to another episode of We Speak. It's a special segment of We Speak. It's We Speak on the Streets. And they don't call this place Hotlanta for nothing. It is over 90 degrees, and we hope that you will stick around for this hot topic of the TSPLOST. The vote is coming up in less than a week, and we want to know what everyday Georgians think about this transportation tax. While you're listening to the opinions of other Georgians, we'd like you to explore what you believe and what you think about the penny sales tax.
My name is Jeff. I live in Buckhead.
We've got a sheet here that has it's a double-sided sheet. Pros and cons is by TSPLOST.com, or the first page. The second page is by Traffic Truth. And on your own time, we'd like to encourage you to take a look at the facts that they have posted, the pros and the cons for TSPLOST. But what do you know about TSPLOST?
I know that it's supposed to alleviate some of the traffic problems and help MARTA and help Atlantans get around. And I know that I spend enough time in traffic. The general concept to me is important.
Do you know how MARTA will be spending any money that they would receive?
I honestly don't, but I would assume they're going to repair stations and tracks and maybe add some trains. Just make it easier to get around town. I would like to see more roads. I would like to see some way to make traffic merge a little bit easier.
Where specifically?
Be the connector. It's more like a parking lot than a highway.
My name's Chris. I ride a CCT bus in from Kennesaw every day to Midtown, and I am 100% for the TSPLOST. I'm hoping it passes and we can resolve some of this traffic that we see every day.
Why are you for the TSPLOST?
Why? Because I spend over an hour and a half on a bus every day, and if it opens up from some of the activities that I've seen where they're going to be opening the carpool lanes all the way out to Way Green and Kennesaw, my commute should drop way down. If the TSPLOST doesn't pass, I think traffic's going to get worse, my commute's going to get worse, and I'm going to spend more time on the bus and less time at home with my family.
My name is Patricia. I live East Atlanta, and I'm against TSPLOST because it's not actually, from my information, it's not helping as far as MARTA is concerned. I understand the law will just work with maintenance. We need more buses, we need shelters, we need more operations, not just maintenance. So I am against it because we've been promised so much before with new taxes and we haven't received anything yet. If it passes, I'll be very watchful if it does pass to see exactly where the jobs go, where the money is spent, who benefits.
And have you heard about the citizen oversight?
I don't know anything about the citizen oversight.
How would you like to see the citizen oversight organized?
I would like to see it organized by citizens, people that actually live in the neighborhoods that do not have any vested interest in being on the committees.
My name is Asia. I'm 12 years old, and how I feel on this, I think that they'll spend the money on repairing many escalators and elevators and trains, because that's basically what they run in.
Did you know that the 1% tax is on every single dollar that you will spend in the Atlanta region? And this will be for 10 years.
I didn't know that at first. And now that I know that, I'm kind of going against it, because if it's going to cost us more just for our safety, I don't think that should happen.
And my name is Megan. I live in Midtown.
Megan, what do you know about TSPLOST?
I know that it's about transportation. I know that traffic in Georgia is absolutely insane, and I think it's a great, I'm going to vote for it.
Did you know that this 1% sales tax is on every dollar that you spend on everything that you buy every day of the year for the next 10 years?
Yes, I was aware.
Do you know that the projects are planned for the next 30 years?
Yeah, well, I didn't know 30 years. I knew that it was going to take a while.
So how do you think we're going to pay for the next 20 years after the 10 years are over?
I don't understand your question. I'm all for it. Whatever needs to be done, I think should be done. It's a nightmare. MARTA really needs some revamping. We need some new roads. I'm all for it.
I'm Kim. I live in Gwinnett. I take the express shuttle from Gwinnett to downtown every single day of my life, and it has changed my life. So I'm looking for any transportation improvements we can get as far as contributing money towards that. I know it's highly scrutinized how the money's being spent, so I'm supportive of that. I keep hearing people say, don't give them billions of dollars to waste, but there's a lot of regulation going into that, and I'm aware of that. So I am all for anything that will improve our transportation and bring more people into our area for industry. I'm in telecommunications.
One of the criticisms that TSPLOST is getting is in the city of Atlanta, the immediate metro area, that the politicians are not actually going to use the money from TSPLOST effectively. Some people cite, look at what happened to Atlanta Public Schools with the education SPLOST. What do you have to say about that?
So for me, I live in Gwinnett, and I have the exact opposite experience. Gwinnett has managed the SPLOST dollars beautifully. The parks, the libraries, the road improvements, there are no issues with that in Gwinnett. So I'm coming from a different perspective, and I have that trust that the Gwinnett County people will manage the money right, and I'm expecting that from other counties.
Hi, my name is Shirley. I live in Fulton County. I am a registered voter.
And are you planning on voting next Tuesday?
I plan on voting next Tuesday.
Do you know what the TSPLOST tax is for exactly?
Well, I'm still doing some reading on it to get a better understanding of what's going on.
TSPLOST stands for Transportation Special Purpose Local Option Sales Tax.
Mouthful, yes it is.
It is a mouthful. And it is a 1 penny tax increase on everything that you buy. So are you in agreement for paying a penny more?
As of right now, I'm in disagreement right now. So as I said, I have to do some more study and reading on this. But right now, I'm not agreeing.
Did you realize that right now in Fulton and DeKalb County, you are already paying for a MARTA tax?
I feel that I am.
Would you be willing to pay yet another tax on top of that for MARTA?
I don't want to.
Hello, my name is Doris. I live in the Midtown area of Atlanta, and my opinion about the vote that's coming up on July 31st is an emphatic no. My issue is trust. I do not trust the people who are promising to do what it is they say. I don't believe that transportation is being well managed now, and therefore I can't trust an additional tax an additional penny on the tax to make a big difference. And I think when city and county, whatever government issue it is, start to do a better job with what they have available and reassure people using public transportation, people who are stuck in traffic, that you're willing to do a better job. At that point, I think the community will come together and say yes to whatever they propose for improvement. But until then, it's an emphatic no. It's a matter of trust to me. We're at the Art Center MARTA station, where we're getting opinion from everyday Georgians just like you about the TSPLOST. Stay tuned.
My name is Julie, and I live in Southwest Atlanta.
Why wouldn't you be for TSPLOST if MARTA is going to get a lot of money?
It's all about how the money is spent. Lots of projects, it looks like. I've seen the mailer that was sent out, I guess, by the mayor's office or some other organization. What I'm most concerned about is funding for MARTA. But mostly what I'm concerned about with that funding is that it's spent in efficient ways, because it looks to me like there's quite a bit of spending that's done that maybe is not very efficient. So, for example, MARTA now has vending in train stations, but now bathrooms are closed. That makes no sense to have food, and now the stations smell like urine. So at points it looks like some decisions are not well thought out. So a lot of times when any of us get a large sum of money, we sometimes do foolish things. But since it's tax money, that's not going to work very well. I just need a whole lot of oversight on every penny that's spent, whether it is for roads or the belt line just a lot of careful consideration, and really more than anything else, more citizen input to how the money is spent. They are the elected officials, not the powers that be.
My name's Chad. I live in Oakhurst, in Decatur, and next to Agnes Scott College.
You voted?
I did vote yes.
You voted yes, and tell us why you voted for TSPLOST.
Well, I think it's got a lot of good things in the referendum. I don't think it's, by all means, maybe a great regional policy, but I think in terms of doing something toward transportation, I think Atlanta needs it. It's a place to start. I think it's one of those, I've lived here all my life, and it's one of those cities that always has a lot of potential, but doesn't really live up to that potential sometimes. I think there's a lot of potential for job creation, which I think is key right now, especially in a down economy like this.
What kind of jobs?
Well, I think a lot of engineering, construction, all the way from planning all the way down to kind of the build works.
If TSPLOST does not pass on Tuesday, how would that impact you feel?
From the planning and urban design kind of sector, and then all the way downscale to the architecture side, I think we'd feel it some, and especially city governments and in the private sector too. They would feel it, especially the transportation planners, the kind of regional planners.
You're in planning and design. Are there any great plans for a comprehensive rail system, or is most of the planning roads?
My point of contention with TSPLOST as it's written right now is the number of road projects that it is fitted with. To think a little bit differently than outside of just the realm of the car. I don't think transportation solely means car, or solely means aviation, or solely means transit. I think you've got to look at it holistically, and I don't think one of the things Atlanta does very well right now is collectively look at all the comprehensive plans and a lot of the planning efforts that have been done to date. There's good parts of it, there's bad parts about a tax, but at the end of the day, I think you got to do your part and pay for the uses.
My name is Namdi. I live in Snellville, Georgia, which is in Gwinnett County, and I work here in Midtown Atlanta. I think I am supporting the referendum on July 31st. I will vote yes for it because it's going to provide funding for transportation, for infrastructure development of our roads. And in comparison to other similar cities such as Washington, D.C., Dallas, Houston, and other upward mobile cities, they have a better transportation system, better infrastructure system. I just don't see any reason why we can't compete. It is a good referendum, and I will vote yes for it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of We Speak. Catch us the next time. In the meantime, you can catch us on YouTube at the address We Speak 1. That's We Speak the number 1. You can also find us on Facebook at the address We Speak with Prez. And in the meantime, continue to have those kitchen table discussions about everyday politics and issues that impact you, the everyday Georgian. In the meantime, stay tuned and speak.